Hello and welcome to Retro Reviews, my channel where I review my favorite retro video games of all time as well as some modern releases I have recently finished. And today should be the first day that I'm on vacation with my family, so I wanted to pre-record a bunch of videos so that you can still have some stuff to watch while I'm gone and I don't miss my upload schedule here. So I want to be talking for the next couple of weeks about my gaming memories. I'll probably keep this series going as well in the future. It won't be every single day like it will be for the next couple of weeks, but I want to talk about some of the things that kind of influenced me as a gamer. Could be stuff I did with my friends or my brother or all by myself. These are just pivotal gaming moments for me. So I want to talk about today is Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube. I remember I was playing with my best friend in his basement, and I think we had another friend with us as well, and we were all playing on DK Mountain. Now I was a pretty good gamer. Ever since I was little, I've been a pretty good gamer, especially in multiplayer games, but I didn't have Mario Kart, especially the Double Dash one on the GameCube. So I was at a loss pretty much every single time I'd go over it because him and his friend would always practice a lot more than I could. So I was keeping up, but I was never as good as them. I had to really fight to get my wins. And we were neck and neck for this cup that we were doing. I was right there with my best friend. We were all pretty close together in the pack. So this last race on DK Mountain was going to determine who won the cup here, who won the series for us. And I was really nervous. I wanted to get this win. I wanted to show off. I've always been a big show off, so I really wanted to get this win. And we were playing on DK Mountain, and I started off kind of poorly. I was losing the lead pretty much the entire game. We got through the first couple laps, and then I started to catch up finally. I started to keep pace with everybody, and I was getting closer to the front of the pack, but my buddy was just far enough ahead. My combo was always Toadette and Bowser Jr. on a smaller cart. So I had more of the speed, but I could get knocked around a lot. But I really liked the special items. I liked the golden mushroom, and I liked the big Bowser shell that we could throw with Bowser Jr. So I was really hoping that my combo could work. I didn't really think about the combos nearly as much. I just liked the characters and how they looked on the screen and their special items and everything. And I think my buddies picked the more optimal combos, but I was confident in this combo. We were going into the final lap. I'm just behind my buddy by a good margin. On the final stretch, when you're going around the last couple of curves, he makes a couple of mistakes, and I happen to catch up right behind him, and I'm just gunning for this finish line. I'm going as fast as I possibly can, and I'm a good stretch behind him though. He made some mistakes, but I'm still far enough behind him. And all of a sudden I see a blue shell on my mini map, on my the little indicator, on the screen come up, and I'm like, this is it. This is the chance that I have. I'm behind one other person and then my buddy up front. So I'm close enough. I believe I'm in third place, somewhere in there. And I'm so excited because I think this might be my chance. I pull a golden mushroom and I start mashing as hard as I can. And sure enough, right before the finish line, the blue shell drops on my buddy, hits him, pops him up into the air, and he falls down with like an inch to go. And I'm mashing my golden mushroom as fast as I possibly can, as furious as I can, to just barely squeak by him and my other buddy as we cross the finish line almost simultaneously. I hit, and then his buddy hit, and just because he had just enough lag from the blue shell that comes in Double Dash, it hits so hard and it launches you up, and it has so much end lag, you're just screwed if you get hit by it. I ended up getting first, he ended up getting third, and just because of the placement and how it worked out, I ended up just barely etching out a win. I think I won by 1 or 2 points. It was absolutely incredible. It felt so good. And now that I'm saying this out loud, I remember now, I'm going to keep this story going because I thought that was the end of it, but I'm actually remembering another part of this story. So this was actually not the final part of the entire cup here because we had Bowser's Castle as well. So I'm narrowly ahead here. I'm just inches ahead here. I've made my mark. I'm in the lead. I'm like, I can do this. Bowser's Castle is one of my favorite on the GameCube. I can do this one. And sure enough, I start off really well. I'm doing great first couple of laps, and then I get hit by one thing or another, and I get put way near the back. The pack is close, fortunately, but I'm not close to like first place. I'm somewhere in the middle, 5th or 6th place, something like that. And I am devastated. I am so far behind. And I realize that my lead here that I accumulated from DK Mountain is just slipping to pieces here. And so I remember thinking I need to pull off something if I'm going to win this. And so I'm desperately looking for stuff. I'm throwing my red shells as soon as I get them. I didn't have much strategy, but I'm getting some good items. I'm chucking them ahead. I'm doing all that I can, and I'm closing the gap, and it looks all but hopeless here. And what would come to my rescue again but another golden mushroom? My toadette comes through with another special item. I get a golden mushroom, and it's on the very last part of the lap. I get it like the most optimal time I could possibly get it. And I start mashing it as hard as I can. And something possessed me. I never would go off road. I never used like shortcuts or anything like that. But something possesses me. I get this golden mushroom and I veer off into the dirt, going left of where the typical path is. And I just start mashing as hard as I can. And I seriously, by like the skin of my teeth, again, cross the finish line right before my friend, just barely securing me the victory and winning me the entire event. It was so wonderful to get. I don't know if it was back to back. I can't remember if D came out and preceded the Bowser's Castle in our run or not, but it felt so good to get 2 races where I was the underdog coming in at the lowest point ratio and then squeaking out a victory. Then I've got my lead and then coming in at the very last second, going from like 6th place to getting first by the skin of my teeth. It was amazing. I love Mario Kart now because of that. I watched Mario Kart Creators and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm very good at Mario Kart. I'm going to tell another Mario Kart 8 Deluxe story one of these days. I really wanted to talk about Double Dash because this was kind of my formative game for me loving the Mario Kart series. So that's my story. I remember winning. That was a huge win for me. I don't know if I won much else playing against them, but that one stuck with me. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.